Hi, I'm Ken Oakes with Oakes Daylilies. I get the question quite often, what are your favorites? And that's a really tough question to answer because they're all beautiful. But I thought I'd go ahead and give it a shot. So I walked through the garden today and picked out my top 10, except I ended up with 12. And so I thought I'd just go around and show you which ones I like and tell you why I like them. So these aren't in any particular order. It's not like 10 counting down to 1, but this is just how we came across them in the garden. But the first one I came across is the variety Purdy Rich. And I'm just going to say I like it just because it's really pretty. So here, you take a look at it here. It's kind of like this nice rosy pink. And it looks got that softer sort of near white, creamy in the center there. And look at this gold edge around it. And lots of really nice blooms, lots of buds. Looks really great in the garden. And so really, I just like this one because it's really pretty. Purdy Rich. All right, the second one I want to show you is the variety New Paradigm. And this is an earlier season bloomer. And so what's really cool about this one is these blooms here are actually rebloom, which it's bloomed already. I don't know if you can see down here if you can pan down to that. This was the original bloomscape. About a month ago it bloomed or so. And now all this that you see here is rebloom in this little section we got. So not every plant has one, but gosh, out of the 9 spots here, looks like maybe 6 or 7 have a rebloomscape or 2. And so this is awesome because I got the earlier bloom and now it's blooming again. And I just love this color pattern. This is really unusual, kind of a light soft yellow, and I don't know what this is, kind of like a faded mauve burgundy center, and then on the edge another nice purple edge, purple gold edge there. So this is the variety New Paradigm. All right, so the third one is the variety Janice Brown. Now this is a really popular variety. It's won a lot of awards, including the Stout Medal, which is Daylilies' highest award. I really just like it because I love the color combination. It's a light pink with a rosy pink center. And here in our garden, it's got really good branching. Look at the scape here. So you can see how we call branching is where it's, branches off like that. So it's got more opportunities for more buds. So it's got a lot of buds, blooms for a long time. And I just love the way it looks. So this is the variety Janice Brown. All right, so the next variety is the variety Big Kiss, which actually somewhat similar to Janice Brown, the last one I showed you, sort of a light peachy cream with a soft rosy pink center. This obviously is a double bloom, which has extra petals in the middle, is what they call a double. And this one's a late bloomer. You can see it's just now starting, and here it is 1st of July when we're shooting this video. So for us, this is late for a variety just to be starting. So it's a great way to extend the season, and I just love the color. It really looks great in the garden. All right, changing colors entirely. The next one is the variety Heavenly Dragonfire. This is a really tall, deep orange spider type. I'm not sure what's listed at, but this has got to be over 3 feet tall at least. And it's kind of getting towards later on in its season, but here just last week, this was solid, massive blooms, and still a lot of blooms still to come. But you can see there are probably 7-inch blooms more or less, and just makes a really bright show. This is one you can see across the garden. I like this one a lot, Heavenly Dragonfire. All right, so next up is the variety Startruck. Now this is one of our own introductions. My grandfather created this one a while back. And this is a beautiful, kind of a gold, I guess you'd call it, golden yellow, nice ruffled edges, big nice round blooms, and just lots of them. This was actually selected as an All-American Daylily selection. It does well around the country. You see look at all the blooms coming on here. It's gonna make a great show, always does. It's a later season bloomer, so it's a great way to extend your season. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, this is 1st of July, and this one's just now really getting rolling. So this is the variety Startruck. All right, next up is the variety Webster's Pink Wonder. I end up mentioning this one in a lot of videos because it is unique and it is the largest variety that we grow. The blooms are listed, I think, at 13 inches, and that's probably accurate. Great big light pink blooms with a big yellow chartreuse center. If I spread this out there, look at that. So they're held on tall scapes. I think it's listed at like 36 inches or so tall, something like that. Really, you're going to notice it in your garden. It's going to be the biggest daylily that you've seen because it's the biggest one we've seen. So this is Webster's Pink Wonder. All right, so this is the variety Orange Tremor. I really just like it because I like the combination of colors. It's kind of peachy, orangey, got that golden yellow in the center there. Great big blooms, got to be at least 6 inches. Held on tall scapes. This is probably 3 feet tall, more or less, and I just like this one because of the color. Orange Tremor. All right, so the next variety is the variety Fooled Me. This is another award winner, won the Stout Medal as well. This is a nice bright gold with a big maroon red center to it, and then a red edge to it as well. Just lots of blooms, makes a really bright show in the garden. You know, just year after year, this is a great variety. Fooled Me. All right, so the next one up is the variety Claudin's Charm, and I love this rich purple color. And then you see it's got this sort of I guess a violet, faded out violet lavender watermark around it, and then in the center is this like creamy yellow and chartreuse throat down in there. And man, what a beautiful combination of colors there. So this is one that really popular in the garden, and one of my favorites, Claudin's Charm. All right, so this is the variety El Desperado, and it's listed as a mustard yellow, which is kind of not a bad description, I guess, with a really cool violet purple throat to it, or eye zone I should say, around a yellow throat. It's got a little purple edge to it there. This is a later season bloomer, so it's a good way to extend your season. And it's got good branching, lots of buds, and it's really eye-catching in the garden. Blooms are about 5 inches or so and held relatively tall, 27, 30 inches, something like that. So this is a variety El Desperado. All right, next up is the variety Backdraft. This is one I planted at my house because I liked it so much. It's a bright orange with a red center, and really just stands out in the garden. Just lots of blooms, and it shines from across the garden. You can see it really well, so Backdraft. Okay, so in the intro, I said I was going to shoot for my top 10, but I actually ended up with 12. Well, as it turns out, I found a 13th one as I was walking through that I really wanted to mention because I like it a lot. It's the variety Bass Gibson. And this is kind of a, what do you call this? A blend of pink and peach, and a little orange in there with the yellow center. And look at these toothed edges. Isn't that cool? Look at the gold teeth on the edge. There's some pointy things there. So this is the variety Bass Gibson. All right, so there's my top 10/13. It's really hard to pick. They're all so pretty in their own way. And I'd love to hear what your favorites are if you want to put them in the comments below. It's always interesting to see what other people like. I mentioned in this video, we're shooting it in July, which is, a lot of stuff is sort of wrapping up its bloom season. So on some of those earlier varieties, we're starting to see some seed pods. And we did a video about that, and that, for whatever reason, has been a really popular video. So you might want to check that out if you're interested in, maybe harvesting some of the seeds. We've grown daylilies for over 40 years, and so we like to talk about all things daylily. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them below, or all of our contact information is on our website. We'd love to hear from you, and thanks for watching.